guys, it's Dini Dans here, and today we're going to be working on this Little Mermaid inspired makeup tutorial. I just dyed my hair this fantastic fuchsia color and decided I looked like a freaking mermaid. So I played around a little bit and I came up with this. So let's get started, shall we? Okay guys, so to get started we're going to soften our lips and use a little bit of the Burt's Bees lip balm. This is just the original beeswax formula. Then I'm going to pin my hair back out of the way so that it doesn't get in my face. Then we're going to use Kat Von D's Lock-It Featherweight Primer and just put that all over our face to give us a nice smooth surface to work on. Then I'm going in with my Eco Tools concealer brush, and as you can see I've got a little bit of yeesh going on, and they are a little bit red, so I'm going in with the NYX Color Correcting Concealer in this green shade, and I'm using very little on the brush because you do not need a lot. A little bit goes a long way when it comes to this stuff. I'm then going on to my Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation, and this is in the shade 2.0, and as you can see it's pretty runny, and so I did get the Urban Decay Optical Blurring Brush specifically designed for their formula. And I'm just going in with my general foundation routine and going in small circles. It's hard to see, but I figured you guys didn't need to see a full 2 minutes of me putting foundation on. Alright, next we're moving on to the Benefit Air Patrol Primer. This stuff is so freaking fantastic. I'm really excited with just a sample. We're going to put that all over our lids and under our eyes as well, just to make sure that all of that beautiful shadow will stay in place. We're going in with the NYX eyeshadow in Whipped Cream. And then a fun fact, I like to use this hair donut as kind of a brush cleanser. It's kind of like that thing that Wayne Goss talked about, who knows how long ago. So we're just going to put that all over our lid. It's not very shimmery, so it's not going to interfere with anything. It just makes it all easier to blend out as you move along. Okay, now we're going to go in with the Eco Tools eyeshadow brush. It's just a fluffy brush. And the Urban Decay Shadow Box palette. The three shades we're going to be using are Indo, Tornado, and then Flash. Alright, so we're going to begin with Indo, and that's going to go on the outer corners of our eyes. I'm actually just patting this on pretty heavily, because when you blend it out later, it's going to kind of tone down a little bit. And then we're going to go in with my Eco Tools Petite Eye Shader. Alright, and we're going to actually go in with the color Flash. And that's going to go right above your crease, and that's going to be actually the color that fades out. Okay, now we're going to go into that dark shade, the Tornado, and we're going to put that in our crease just to define that more. Then I decided to take the Bordello. Afterwards I thought my eye needed a little more pop, and we're just going to put that in the center and then more towards the inner corner of your eye. Alright, and then we're going back to that fluffy brush and blending like crazy so you don't look like you've got this awkward green stripe down the middle of your freaking eyelid. Okay, and now it's time for liner. We're going in with the Hard Candy Walk the Line. This is in the shade Blacklight. After I finished doing this one eye, I realized that you really couldn't see the purple all that well. It was not nearly as dark or defined as I thought it was. So I actually ended up going in with the Hard Candy Walk the Line, also in whatever the name of the black shade is. And you can see here, I'm just doing a simple winged out eyeliner. Alright, now this is where we're going to get all fancy. This is the same thing, Walk the Line liner in the shade Glitzy. It's just this green, sparkly eyeliner, and ooh, how about them eyelash bats? So I'm just going in and going right over right over the black liner, just to kind of give it some more glam, a little bit more fancifulness, if you will. Alright, so now it's time to curl your lashes, and I thought it would be a fantastic idea to just grab a lighter and heat up my lash curler because, you know, heat holds curls more. And so I've recently learned that it's probably not a good idea. Many people have had their eyelashes fall out from doing so, but as you can see, I am blowing on it, I am touching it with my fingertips to make sure that it's nice and cool. Don't burn your eyelid. I didn't burn my eyelid. I was very careful, and since then I have learned that it is probably like the worst idea I had in quite some time, so I would highly not recommend it. Alright, so this is the part of the video where you learn that you've got good lash days and bad lash days, and this day was definitely a bad lash day. I could not get these lashes to cooperate with me. They were sticking to anything except my eye, and then they were just looked terrible, so I obviously just couldn't leave them on my face. So I decided to nix the idea, nix, makeup joke, and move on to some mascara. Alright, so we moved on, and this is the L'Oreal Miss Manga mascara, and this is when I learned that not all mascaras are created equal, and some do in fact do what the label says they do. And then this is just some random Conair, maybe, eyelash and eyebrow brush that I've had for years that I'm just using to comb my lashes some more. And then we're just going to take the NYC waterproof eyeliner pencil, and this is in Smoky Plum, and you're just going to line your lower lash line and your waterline just to give you a little bit more pop of that purple that may have gotten lost in the blending. Alright, so we're going back to the Shadow Box palette, back to the Flash color, and we're going to use that same petite eye shading brush to kind of set that liner there in the inner corner, the inner half, of our eyeliner. Alright, and that's what we've got so far. I like it a little bit smokier, so we're going to go back with Indo and add that to the outer half of our lower lash line. Going back with that same fluffy brush from earlier, just kind of blending it out and smoking it out just a little bit more. Moving on to brows, we're going to use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and I'm just using this to kind of lighten up my brows a little bit so that we can fill them in with red so they won't be so dark. Okay, and I'm actually going to be filling in my brows with the e.l.f. small angled brush, and then using the NYX Primal Colors in Hot Red. Now, do keep in mind, I'm usually not one to color my brows so it matches my hair. I was just kind of playing around and messing around and experimenting with this look. I honestly don't think it looked too bad. I could have definitely done better and hid some more of the milk, hid some more of that white pencil, but I think it didn't turn out too bad. Now, when I was doing my brows, I did have a little bit of mishap, a little bit of fallout, so I'm just going in with the e.l.f. Professional Concealer Brush, and then my NYX Dark Circle Concealer in the shade DCC01, and I'm just going to clean up right around the edge of my brows a little bit and then blend that out. Alright, it's time to wipe off our Burt's Bees. Get ready to use the Urban Decay Lip Primer / lip pencil in Ozone to line and fill in our lips. Alright, and then for color we're going to go in with the NYX matte lipstick in the shade Eden. I absolutely love NYX's matte lipsticks. They seem to be like the only ones that I can wear all day and somehow manage to not eat off by the end of, I don't know, lunch. So, lipstick's done, make a few faces, and then makeup is done. So we're fantastic, and it's time to move on to hair. Alright, so this is my Revlon curling wand. It's one of those that makes your parents look at you and go, "What you got that for?" I really like it. It's the only curling wand I've ever had, and as you can tell, I've sped this up immensely because this part of the video was about a solid like 30 to 45 minutes long just because of the individual curl. I would say that you could get away with doing larger chunks and maybe add in a little bit of like texturizing spray, and it would give it more of a beachy, mermaidy kind of look. I just went ahead and did a bunch of individual curls, and it actually ended up looking pretty decent. Okay, and then once you're done curling, you just want to brush through it with your fingers. You don't want to use a comb. You'll pull out all the curl, and then you'll be super sad. Alright, you guys, that's the look. That is my Little Mermaid inspired tutorial. And you know what? Do what you do. If you don't like something, change it up. Everyone's got a little bit of mermaid in them somewhere. And if we all looked the same, we wouldn't have such a beautiful ocean, now would we? Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, you guys. Halloween's coming up, and I hope to be doing a ton more tutorials. I've got some reviews coming up, so click that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.